There we go. That one's on. And
so this goes out live.
Yep.
And
this is on 95.
You have like pedals under there powering the whole thing.
Mhm.
And this is for your recording.
yes, and you can clip this on wherever is comfortable for you. And the same for you, Mr. Don.
And then these guys, the
There you
lapels
go.
go into the
Just wherever you want on your collar.
YouTube. So those are for recording for the YouTube show. This is for the live radio show that's going on.
Is this okay right here?
Perfect. How's everyone doing today? How's the weather out where you are?
Great where I am.
Is it hot?
Do you feel the coolness coming through?
I feel it coming and going.
You guys blowing right now.
Yeah. Definitely felt it in the other room.
So I got a secret. I can't wait.
Okay.
It's official. We're moving sometime in August, and we're relocating the radio station to the Brewery Arts Center in Carson City. So I just had to tell you. So you're going to hear that again when we do the radio station. Okay.
Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Mm.
I've never actually been to the Brewery Arts Center. I'm very uncultured.
Me too.
I wouldn't say that.
It's like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, just 4 blocks away. That's it.
Not a huge move.
No.
It's a good thing.
Doesn't matter. Whatever the move is, it's huge.
You wouldn't know it from all the boxes in the other room, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. We are definitely going to miss the Adams house. It just makes you feel like home when you walk in. And so, yeah,
Well,
we will miss it.
the architecture reminds me of back home, even with the way the door frames are done and all of that. Yeah.
Quality, craftsmanship.
When 2x4s were 2x4s.
Yes.
Are you the one that told me this is like a Sears kit home?
Yes, it was a home from the Sears and Roebuck catalog in 1923. And so it comes in a kit and then it gets built. So that part I didn't know until just recently. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to miss the milk glass. My grandmother used to have a collection of milk glass. So, yeah. So
I like the song.
yeah. So we're going to keep the door open so that we have a nice little breeze of coolness coming in.
1 minute.
You can open it more.
Yeah, there we go. And you might see a dog walk in. That's Winston. And he's the house dog.
I almost tripped over coming back in the house. He was right there. Oh, poor Winston.
Yeah. He's a good dog. Yeah, about 30 seconds to go.
We trust you, CJ.
Your first mistake.
We trust Phil.
Yo, you guys can't hear this anymore. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everybody. This is Phil Woolley, and you are listening to 95.1 FM Carson City and knbc.org for people outside the listening area. This is Carson Rural Communities with CJ Giltner and Phil Woolley. Mike, that would be me.
Hello, Mr. Phil. How are you?
Oh, try that again.
Oh, you turned me on now?
I turned it up, but I didn't
Okay.
hit the button.
Well, how are you?
I'm doing great.
We always have a blooper, at least once a week.
Yeah,
We're only here once a
I
week.
totally do that on purpose every time.
So I wanted to let you know that we have some guests today.
What we got today?
We have Mr. Don Wingfield and one of the volunteers, Tamara Nance, with the Night Off the Streets group coming in. And so, Mr. Don, how are you today?
I am doing fantastic.
Tell us about this event.
Well, this Saturday, we are having a party at the governor's mansion, feeling groovy or getting groovy. and it's sort of a trip back to the 60s and 70s. But I have confessed that my bell bottoms are long gone, so I won't be wearing those. But we want to celebrate the successes that Knott's has had over the last decade of serving our homeless, displaced community.
Oh, so we have the event this Saturday, huh?
This Saturday, 4:30 at the governor's mansion.
And do you have that address?
No, but it's right. It's close by. I think it's right there.
606 Mountain Street in Carson City.
Yeah.
And so I see that you have a very nice menu for this event.
Oh, the food is going to be awesome. I've gone to the restaurant at Coco's and Mo's a number of times now, just to be sure it's consistent, and it has always been good. But this is more like a barbecue and just comfort kind of food that we'll enjoy.
It sounds wonderful. Smoked chicken, smoked brisket, smoked ribs, macaroni and cheese, granny apple slaw, that's probably my favorite, and then let's see, barbed wire beans and corn muffins, and then for dessert you have fresh summer shortcake bar.
What is barbed wire beans?
You have to go and find out.
Okay.
Yeah, good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Go over there and find out.
Yeah.
So I see that it has several sponsors. Can you tell us what Night Off the Streets is about?
Sure. Night Off the Streets began with our first shelter in March of 2016. And so we're finishing our 9th year here, getting ready to do our 10th. And it came about out of some tragedy, as most things do. There were 4 people who had died on the streets that winter. And so Deacon Craig Laguerre had run a shelter similar to Knott's in California. And he thought, with all this that's happening on the streets, we need to provide a safe, warm shelter for the people who are living out there. And so he began March of 2016. They later formed a nonprofit charitable corporation. So we are a 501c3 corporation. And we have been operating ever since. It's been growing every year. And in fact, this past year, we served 296 individuals from November through March, and a total of 6,040 beds overnight.
Oh my.
And of those, 2,470 were 55 and older. And so we have, there is an aging population on the streets, and it's been our pleasure to provide that warmth and shelter for them.
And how long do they get to stay once they come into one of your homes?
Okay, this is the cool part. The churches in this area, 5 different churches, have volunteered their space where we can house these folks overnight. So we open up at night when it gets cold, and they can be there from 9 o'clock till 6 in the next morning. And we have to be out by 6:30 because most of these churches have something starting up pretty early.
Things going on.
But they donate and let us use their large spaces to lay out sleeping bags and mats for the folks to sleep on.
Wow. So since 2016, this has been going on. Mm-hmm. What a cool event.
Yeah. And it's grown every year. And that's good news and bad news, because it's sad that we are having more and more homeless people on the street.
Yeah. I'm going to read this flyer so folks know. By the way, the flyer is posted on the Facebook page, Carson Rural Communities. I posted every flyer I could find this morning, and it is on there. So it's Night Off the Streets presents Hands Across Carson. Getting groovy. I like getting groovy. Please join us for an incredible barbecue dinner, beverages, music, raffle prizes, and auctions. And that's for Saturday, July 19th from 4:30 to 8 p.m. So it's not too late to get any tickets, right?
Right.
All right. So that's going to be at the governor's mansion.
Time's running out.
And yeah, and that address is 606 Mountain Street in Carson City. And so I already read you the menu, and it says catering provided by Coco's and Mo's. They're based out in Minden. And the tickets are $95 and include the dinner, the dessert, and one beverage. And a table for 10 is $850. And so I'm going to read this somewhat lengthy website to go to get tickets, but I'm also going to give you the phone number. So the lengthy website is going to be www.zeffy.com. That's ZEFFY.com/ticketing/hands across Carson getting groovy. Okay. And the phone number there is 775-600-2215. So that leads me with this little link here. Do you have a website or a Facebook page?
We do, and I was going to say there's kind of a shortcut to get to this. If you go to the or Google Night Off the Streets Carson, it'll take you to our web page,
Right.
and from there it's under events. It gives you tickets, and you can get to this location doing that without knowing the whole thing.
Oh, great! Thank you.
Or
Thank you so
or you
much.
can just call that phone number, and the person that answers that phone can help you get there.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And so, Tamara, you're also a volunteer, and so maybe you could tell us how other people can volunteer.
Well, that's one of the most amazing things about Knott's, Night Off the Streets. Knott's is, there's one paid employee and the rest are volunteers. So there's between 100, 200 volunteers that,
Oh, wow.
We have 100 active volunteers right now, and there's some more that have just signed on that are not yet on the roster.
Okay.
because the churches, when they open up their property, it needs to be staffed.
Yes.
So there's always at least 2 volunteers there at night to staff and to make sure everything's okay, check people in, check people out, all that. And then there's all the other volunteer opportunities. Like I'm more involved with the fundraising committee, but there's all kinds of anything you can imagine that has to go on with a nonprofit business, like website design and all of these things that have to happen. There are opportunities for people to volunteer if they're interested. And it's a great community of volunteers. It's how many organizations have that many volunteers? And it's impressive. It shows that Carson City cares.
Yes.
Right? That people are giving up their time, some of them in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And none of us are 20 years old anymore, right?
Yes.
So.
And so do you have like weekly meetings or monthly meetings, or how does that work so that people can come and volunteer and be a part of the organization?
The way people volunteer is, first of all, they go online to our website. There's a form on there to fill out. We have everybody get a background check through the Sheriff's Department if they're going to be working in the shelter facilities, because we need to be assured that our clientele are protected. And but many of the things that we need right now, opportunities to serve, including monitoring our social media and developing that, and website development and help in the office. And to do that, those kinds of things, they just call that the office number that you read earlier, and they will get them hooked up with what they need to do.
Okay, and that phone number, I'm going to read it again just so that folks can call, is 775-600-2215. So if you'd like to volunteer, there's the phone number, and they would love to have you.
Sounds like they could use a web developer, guys.
We could use a web developer. Absolutely. I would love that. Could I add some more about what Knott's does? Because it's a lot more than happens
right ahead.
between November and March. I've been, and I know Tammy's been working nonstop recently from a number of perspectives, but every night of the year, we have someone out on the streets driving, finding where the homeless are staying, and checking in on them, checking their needs. If they are having a medical emergency, making sure that is taken care of. But during the day, we are hooking them up with resources that particular person needs. Whether if they're veterans on the street, which we have a lot of those, we contact the VA in Reno. They send a representative down. We get them to meet together. And right now, we have a gentleman who recently has been reunited with his family in Colorado through the veterans that we arranged to do that. We meet monthly.
That's awesome.
A couple times a month at least with the other organizations in town that provide services. We try not to duplicate. We're sort of the emergency side of things and get them connected with substance abuse, with mental health, with sometimes it's calling the most team out to deal with a situation where someone is in danger, hooking them up with jobs and job opportunities, making contact with rehab facilities for those who have substance abuse issues to deal with. And so we've had a lot of just great stories about people who have gone from living on the street to living in their own home, to having full-time jobs, to having bringing normalcy to their lives again.
Right. That is awesome.
We need to make more of those stories happen.
Yes. And so with that being said, I don't know if you knew that I am planning a community resource, a veterans, and a senior resource event on August the 23rd in Dayton over at the Mark Twain Community Center. And we would love to have you come and join us. It's no charge to come and tell people about your nonprofit and what you're doing. And so that's on August the 23rd. The event is from 9 to 12. And just bring your paper goods and your sweet smile, and you can come and talk to the folks who show up to see what resources are out there.
Awesome.
So we have things for kids, we have things for the senior citizens, and we also have resources for the veterans as well. And we just want to bring that to different individuals. We want the nonprofits to come and chat with people to talk about their community service that they do as well. And so please do come. You're more than welcome to come and join us. Just bring your sweet smiles.
It's like a hero gathering.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, and the other element is that people from the surrounding counties can volunteer also,
Sure.
right?
And they do.
And they do.
Yeah.
But, anybody in the area can volunteer. You don't have to be in Carson City. You can be in the whole extended area and come to our party too, So it's, and most of the surrounding counties don't have services for the homeless. So people in need end up here in Carson City. So if people are interested in doing this kind of work,
Mhm.
it's a great organization
Isn't that
to
cool?
be with. Yeah.
That's very cool. Helping people out.
I would like to add
Connecting.
one other thing that we
Go
do
ahead.
that has proved to be one of the most important things that we do, and that is to provide encouragement.
Yeah.
People to know that they are cared for and that they have. I get calls from some of our clientele regularly, and the other day I was at Starbucks over here on William Street, and this little white-headed lady is in there that spent last winter with us. She had lost her home, and she was just a delight. Everybody loved her. And she saw me, and she got this big smile on her face. She
Aww.
ran across I'd call it running, across the business there, threw her arms around my neck and said, "I love you." And you know what? I'd work all the shifts all winter for that one.
That's rewarding, isn't it?
It is. And we get that kind of response even from a lot of the guys, because they don't find acceptance in the community typically. They feel ostracized, they feel shunned, they feel like people fear them. because they look different.
Yeah.
They often smell different. And so it is really a pleasure to bring some joy in their lives. And often that encouragement is what gives them the courage to step out and try something new and to be able to get back into the job market and to be able to stabilize their lives.
It only takes one step forward, right?
Yes.
That one opportunity that individual is looking for, and it can change their life completely.
You know, just knowing that you're not alone and somebody
Yes.
else out there cares.
Yes.
Sometimes that can make a difference in the world. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Is this going to be a success or not?
It's going to be a success.
I think it's going to be awesome.
And it is an important step for us because, as you probably know, in the nonprofit areas, a lot of grants are no longer available.
Right.
And so our individual fundraising from our local community has become more and more important.
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to put together the resource fair is, and of course, we've had a couple in the last, I'd say 6 weeks for Lyon County, put on by the county and things like that. But there's a lot of secret nonprofit organizations, and it would be nice to have them come out to be able to help people. I mean, they're there to do community service. So this is like the perfect place for the nonprofit to go, considering the fact with our presidential administration, we're losing a lot of federal funding for many of the different nonprofits.
And so encourage the people to step up and pitch in more.
Yes, and the nonprofits do so much for the community. I don't want to name them all because there's so many of them. There really is. There's so many of them. But you have some that will drive children to the hospital in Sacramento. You have a group of nonprofits that get together to do that. Then you have some nonprofits that do the wellness, the art healing kind of things. Then we have a nonprofit that's out in Silver Springs that helps with veterans and food banks and there's just so many different things out there. Different resources, and food banks don't do just food, they do other things as well, which is part of that healing for that individual. And so that's why I brought I'm bringing this to folks.
So hearing it mentioned about the church's involvement and what you guys are doing too, I think this is also a great opportunity now for more of the churches to step forward and help the community that they're serving. So that, I mean, if there's less funding coming from the government, we're gonna have to do something to hold these nonprofits up, because we can't just stop doing everything that all of these nonprofits are doing.
Yes, and they're a lot of the meat of helping people.
Right, and again, that would just be a really good opportunity if you happen to run a fellowship somewhere and you're thinking about what we can do. Start looking into the nonprofit sector and start looking at ways that you can volunteer and help folks out.
Right. So just a reminder for those who just came on to hear our radio
That's right.
station.
We're supposed to do reminders.
We're chatting about Night Off the Streets, and it is a wonderful program to help those who are homeless. It's a huge event coming up on this Saturday, June the 19th. And so if you want more information about it, I want you to pick up this phone and call 775-600-2215. Find out what it's all about. Maybe you could possibly volunteer to help. We're going through this transition in the United States right now, and a lot of people need help right now.
Imagine what it would be like if everybody volunteered somehow, even if it was just a couple of minutes a day or a couple of minutes a week even.
It makes a difference.
If everybody volunteered with something somewhere somehow when it comes to the nonprofits, then we could carry this on. In fact, it probably would do even better than it did government funded.
Yeah. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, there's a lot of hands and wallets out there that could kick in on this.
I think the investment of our community into our community, like through Knots, is incredibly important to buy into what our own needs are rather than to depend on outside agencies is, I think, what community is all about.
Exactly. And there's lots of businesses out there that can help as well.
Well, did you see the list of sponsors?
Well, let's go ahead and give them their names.
All right.
Let's do that.
Shout out.
How about, I know, how about Bonanza Septic and Jetting Solutions, Kimmy Candy, Carson Tahoe Health, Sun King Window Tinting, Smith Automotive, Allison McKenzie LTD, Attorneys and Counselors at Law, United Federal Credit Union, Les Schwab Tire Center, Studio 218 Hair Designs, and Grocery Outlet, both in Carson City and Dayton. And it takes the small
Thank you,
business
guys.
to make this a huge success.
Right.
And thank you to all the small businesses that
Absolutely.
help make this event a success. Because once it's a success, it's going to help the people who need it the most. So
I was recently talking to the sheriff here, Ken Furlong, and I'd like to read you just a portion of what he said about Knott's. He says, as a partners agency to the sheriff's office, the organization is counted upon by first responders for its referrals, services, and resource assistance abilities. The program actually provides critical and essential services year-round for the community. And I know that he values us. In fact, during the winter, we will get calls from the dispatch center in the night. Do you have room for another person? And they transport them over so that they are not injured on the street, so that they are safe.
I'd imagine that's when you get a lot of calls.
fantastic to hear that. Yeah. So they do more. They don't just put people in jail.
They're trying
Right.
not to put people.
Right.
They're
That's kind of their goal with most.
Good point.
just one step forward. That's it.
Yeah.
To help them. That's all it is. So thank you, Sheriff Furlong.
Yes.
So, okay, so it's almost time for me to do our little PSAs. And so, we had one of our visitors, the Judy Project, come and visit us. And so we're talking about peacocks and kittens. They need help too.
They do. Gotta help the kitties.
If you have a homeless person with a pet, they need help too. So, all right. So we have that one. Then we have America 250 Nevada. It says America 250 Nevada celebrates our nation's 250th birthday next July with your stories of our Nevada experience. Our state's stories live in us, and you are asked to share your own story or nominate a Nevadan to tell their story as part of the Our Nevada Stories podcast that celebrates the archives of our voices and our history. There's much more information, and nominations are open now, and they're accepted through August the 17th. And you can go online at America250Nevada.org. That's one of them. Let's see, we have coming up the 2025 annual Pine Nut Festival,
Ooh.
Battle of the Bands. This year, the annual Pine Nut Festival is in Schurz on the reservation. That's just 90 minutes east of Carson City. It's on September 21st, and will include a Battle of the Bands with cash prizes for first, second, and third place. All bands in the region are invited to compete. Original songs and covers are all accepted. Sign up. I'm not going to give you the email at the moment. I'm going to give you the phone number. You can call Joshua, 775-316-0183. Let's see, the Pine Nut Festival is a long-standing Nevada family event. Admission is $5 for adults and $3 for kids under 9, and elders pay nothing to attend. And then let's see, we have coming up the Carson City Sheriff's Office K9 unit. You and your golf team can support the Carson City Sheriff's Office K9 unit at the second annual CCSO K9 unit golf tournament at Silver Oaks Golf Club on August the 2nd. And it says become a sponsor and or sign up to play now. You just have to go to carson.org/K9, or you can call 775-283-3422. And then, let's see, we have Campo. Have you heard of Campo? It's the Carson Area Metropolitan Planning
Pay
Organization.
attention, y'all. This one's important.
Campo. Campo invites the public to participate in a long-range transportation survey. Just like Phil said, pay attention. This one's kind of important. The Carson Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, also known as Campo, is asking for the public's input as we begin the update of our region's long-term transportation and transit plans. The Campo area covers the Carson City, Mound House, Dayton, Lyon County, Indian Hills, Johnson Lane, in the Douglas County area. This survey will inform both the long-range regional transportation plan for the Campo area and the transit coordinated human services plan, a short-range and a long-range plan for transit in the Campo area. Now, let's just say we're growing. This is really, really important. So I have a telephone number. If you'd like to get more information on that, you can call 775-283-7525. There's also a website. It is CarsonAreaMPO.com. And then we've already talked about Night Off the Streets. It's coming this Saturday. And it starts at 4:30, so don't forget to get your tickets. And then the last one, we're actually, this is the second phase of Computer Core's 2025 Tech Camp. So Computer Core is once again hosting their summer Tech Camp, where students ages 9 to 15 have fun and learn about computer recycling, testing, assembly, and operation. At the end of the camp, they get to take home their own computer system. Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
So there's two different camps.
They're going to know it inside out.
Yep. So the second one, let's see, we have July 28th through August 8th. Space is limited and partial scholarships are available for qualifying families. Registration is required. I'm going to give you that phone number. It is 775-883-2323. And that email is admin@computercores.org. And that, again, is for ages 9 to 15. Isn't it? Yeah, I know.
You just missed it, Dawn.
Boy, if it just been last year, I could have gone.
I'd really like to do that myself. So, yeah, exactly. So instead of tinkering and breaking the computer, right?
Oh, that's how you learn.
I know, that's how you learn. So computer taxes would be great. And so I just wanted to say we're almost done.
Almost done. You know what?
So-
I'm going to try to hijack the last couple of minutes.
Go right ahead.
All right. I just wanted to give a shout out to my fellow desert pigs. We went up to Fernley to City Council yesterday, and we were given an award for all of the work that we've done around Yerington and Lyon County.
Congratulations.
And and it's just one thing I wanted to clear up though. On this award, with all the whereas and whereins and everything on there, they mentioned my name a whole bunch of times, but I'm only one of many people, and I wanted to give a really big shout out to Don Hawkins and Lindsay Hawkins for all of the hard work they've put into this thing. It wouldn't have been anywhere near what it is without you guys. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you very much, too.
So, yeah, I guess we're going to have to sign off here, guys. We're hopefully not going to run over Wings here, but thank you for joining us. This is Carson Rural Communities.
Thank you.
Oh, there's Wings. See ya.
Gotta go. Bye. Love you. Love you all. Bye.